review, I'm going to be taking a look at the return of Jafar. Oh, for Christ's sake, who put that in? There we go.
Well, this might be stretching it, but Batman's still in it. Just not really. Anyways, Batman Beyond was the spin-off of Batman the Animated Series, where Bruce Wayne retires and mentors a young guy named Terry, whose voice actor will eventually play Blue Beetle in Batman Brave and the Bold. Funny that you go from one high-tech suit to another. When this show premiered, I was going out of my Batman phase and into another one that included cute critters beating the crap out of each other. From what I saw, I found it darker and edgier both in the characters and their designs versus their previous incarnations. Not necessarily a bad show, just one I didn't see myself following as much as the original, so it's a matter of preference. In later years, I regret this, seeing that the show managed to keep Batman the Animated Series fresh with cleaner designs and a great palette. When the film did come out to video, I do remember a lot of hype surrounding it. I mean, come on, it had the Joker, the clown prince of crime, crawling his way into the future to have a piece of the new Batman. Not to mention a controversial death scene that had its version I'll be reviewing today. Much like Batman Mask of the Phantasm, there's a lot of mystery that surrounds this movie, so I'll try to keep myself from spoiling it too much. Our movie opens with Bruce Wayne regaining full control of Wayne Enterprise while the criminal organization called the Jokers has been stealing high-tech weaponry.
If you want to get an idea of what the Jokers are like, the gang themselves, let's take the Bloods or the Crips and then have them trained by the Joker.
Whether or not they use this weaponry for a convoluted plot to give Gotham back to the people is up for debate. Anyhow, at Bruce's party, a familiar face shows up back from the dead.
Hello, Gotham. Joker's back in town.
And no, I'm serious, the Joker comes back from the dead. And most of the mystery surrounding it is how he's coming back even though Bruce saw him die 40 years ago. This I'll explain, and no, I'm not exaggerating any of the details. Tim Drake was kidnapped by Harley Quinn and Puddin'.
Don't call me Puddin'.
Sorry, Mr. J. And they brainwash him into becoming the Joker. What follows is Batgirl knocking Harley off a cliff and falling to her death. Or does she? No, not really. Harley somehow lives and shares a philosophy of madness to her nieces, who become gang members of the Jokers. Yeah, what a psychiatrist you turned out. But back to the Joker's death, Bruce breaks Tim from the Joker's craze and shoots Mr. J in the chest with his harpoon. I kid you not, but this is the scene that mainly separates the family-friendly cut of the movie and the director's cut. I guess WB didn't want the children to be under the impression that the boy Wonder is a murderer, and had the scene changed so that the Joker's death was the result of him being a giant klutz.
Now this brings up a couple of points as to why I think this edited version is, in layman's terms, stupid.
You can make a sensible argument that Robin is still responsible for throwing the Joker into the wires to which a simple pratfall sets into motion. You don't see it on screen, but the Joker is both electrocuted and choking to death. Even when you slow these scenes down, anybody can perceive this as the wires getting across his neck. And this is less brutal than the Joker getting shot in the chest? There's the obvious complaint in the editing in something you'd see from Return of Jafar, where the Joker punches him with the knife so that he uses to stab Batman in the unedited version. This was supposed to be what causes the limp he gains in later years, which I can forgive and accept as nitpicks. But then there's this line that really annoys me.
Here you go, sonny boy. Make Daddy proud. Deliver the punchline. Here you go, sonny boy. Make him one of us.
What does that even mean? Are you saying that you want him to be one of you? Like a Joker? I thought you want him dead. You want to be victorious. So why would you want him to be like one of you? I'm harping this issue now, aren't I?
So edited or not, the Joker's dead, and now the mystery is figuring how he came back from life. Here are the clues. The guy who shares qualities to the Joker in both appearance and voice who was knocked out of being the new chairman of Wayne Enterprises by Bruce Wayne.
I'm sure we'll all profit from his years of experience. Still, the day-to-day rigors of running a vast multinational conglomerate would be stressful, even for a young man. I hope Mr. Wayne is up to the challenge.
Or Tim Drake, who's still alive and was once brainwashed into becoming the Joker's protege.
I gave you the suspects, but I'm not giving you the outright answer, so no spoilers here. Though that last scene I pointed out earlier, that might play a role in the ending. I'm just saying that. But I'm not telling.
There are things that work and things that don't, and I find myself leaning towards the thing that do. I honestly think you can't mess up with putting old Joker with new Batman, and thankfully they went with the design of the Joker that's closer to the original show versus, well, whatever the hell they were going for the new adventures of Batman and Robin. When the Joker fights Terry or when he gets flashbacks from the past, it works well, and there are times where I feel like the stakes matter. We also dig into Bruce Wayne, and becomes a good character study for him, if not one of the best. This to me feels like a great send-off to the iconic villain in Batman mythos. So if you haven't guessed by now, even if you're a fan of Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series, or the Joker, is worth it.
I'm Joey Tedesco, and stick around, don't touch that bat dial, because we're gonna have another Batman Chronicles review coming next week.
Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. We shut this down on these clowns, and I get a witness. Hell yeah! Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. We shut this down on these clowns, and I get a witness. Hell yeah! We gotta move fast, gotta perform miracles. G Willikers, Dre, holy bat syllables. Look at all the bullshit.